Hello friends. In previous video we see the rules of the block diagram reduction techniques. After then we see how to use these rules of block diagram reduction technique in examples. So in the first example, in this example we see here the one system, control system. In this control system we apply the R of S, the input, C of S, the output, and this is called the multiplier, and G1, G2, G4, G3, G5 and G6 number of gain of the system, and H1 and H2 is a feedback of the system. So first of all, whenever we solve this test of example, so first apply the series and parallel rules in this examples in this block diagram. So we will see in these examples which one is the series rules. So this one is called the parallel rules of the examples. So we first apply the parallel rules in this G4, G3 and G5. So step 1 we apply the parallel rules. We apply the parallel rules of block diagram reduction system in G4, G3, G5. So step 1, G4, G3, G5 is reduced by rule to parallel connection. So R of S is like system. So we define here the G4 plus G5 plus G5, G3 is become the parallel connections of the block diagram system. After then we see the G2 and G4, G3 and G5 is become the series connections. This becomes the series connections. So we apply the series connection rules in G2, G4, G3 and G5. So step 2 is apply. Step 2 is apply G2, G4, G3, 5 become the series connection. So here the series connection of G2. So here G2 into G4, G3 and G5 is become the series connection of this control system. After solve these parallel and series connections, we'll see the loop connection. Here we see the loop connection of G1 and H1. H1 is the feedback of this system. So we apply the loop connection. We apply the loop connection in this system. So G1 and H1 apply the loop connection. So step 3 is apply the loop rules in G1 and H1. This is called the loop rules. So G1 upon 1 plus or minus as G1 H1. After then we see the G1 H1 this loop rules into G2, G4, G5, G3. We apply the another once again the series rule. This is called the series rules. This is called the series connection. So we apply the series rules in this G4 loop connection plus G2, G4, G5 and G3. So step 4 apply the true series connect rules. So step 4 is apply the series rules. So in the series rules, G1, G2, G4 plus G5, G1 is multiply with G2, G4, G5, G3 upon 1 plus or minus G1 H1 into G6 as it is H2. After then we see the loop connection another times. This is called the loop connections. Apply the loop connection between G1, G2, G4, G5, G3, 1 plus or minus G1 H1 into H2 feedback. So this is called the loop connections. So apply the step 5 is the loop connections. So apply the loops. Step 5. So G1, G2, G4, G5, G3, 1 plus G1 H1 upon 1 plus hold this system G1, G2, G4, G5 into H2 into H2. This apply the loop rules in this step 5. After then, once again we apply the in this system another times is G6. This is called the G6. So apply the another time series rules between this system. So last one is series rules. Step 6, apply the series rules. So R of S, G1, G2, G4, G5, G3, 1 plus G1, H1. Hold this system. Hold this our system into G6. So this is the final input output system reduction block diagram of the control system. Thank you so much for watching this video. We will see the next another example in this control system, how to solve the block diagram reduction by using the rules of the block diagram reduction techniques. Thank you so much for watching this video.